Welcome back to Melanie Loves Death Metal. Happy Wednesday. Good morning. It is before I start work. I've got my coffee. Oh God, I wish it had alcohol in it. See, man, coffee with alcohol and that Bailey's and shit just hits different sometimes. Anyway, it's Wednesday morning. I got a package in the mail yesterday, and just fucking. I did not need to buy these. I don't need these. I got these strictly just for collecting, and that's it. That collecting scum mentality. This is more kind of maybe I might actually end up hanging these on my wall. Um, but I did spin them yesterday just to, use them as their purpose. And they do sound good. So what I'm talking about are the new Immolation picture discs that Hell's Headbangers just reissued and released. They're shipping now. They were out for pre-order for a while. So, yeah, no, I don't need these. Immolation is one of my favorite death metal bands, like hands down. And I already own these albums on vinyl, as well as tape, as well as CD. And I had no intentions of buying these. Several people sent them to me and said, "Oh, did you see these? They're pretty cool." Simon, you being one of them. And I was like, "Yeah, but I really don't need them. I don't need them. I'm good." The picture disc that I have for Immolation is Dawn of Possession. I got it through Listenable Records last year when they reissued it. Actually, it was a mistake. I shouldn't have gotten that one. I should have gotten the black, just the plain black pressing of it. And they sent me the picture disc, and then they ended up sending me the right vinyl. They told me to keep the picture disc. Don't bother sending it back. So that's why the only reason why I have it. And actually is framed, and I have it hanging behind my desk right here, up here next to my King Diamond ones. I switched everything around when I put the tape racks up. So, um, and then I saw these on Justin's channel. He did a video and he showed these off like 2 weeks ago or something after they came in. I was like, I don't need these. I don't need them. I don't need them, but I got a bonus, so I figured treat myself, get myself a little Christmas present here. Um, I, that was my justification. That really just a shitty justification. I was gonna buy them regardless. So anyway, all right. So let's talk about them. So here's here and after. And the reason why I really like these, because I thought they were pretty unique, are the way the die cut jackets are. Usually picture discs either come just like this, just a picture disc in a standard clear whatever, or they come in like a plain black jacket with nothing else, no pictures or anything like that. So I just pretty much ruined the surprise for you of how these look if you didn't watch Justin's video. But they did a die cut jacket on this, and it looks really good. So let me put the vinyl back in here. This was what sold it for me. So here it is with the record in it. You take it out, and there was actually a printed inner sleeve in there. So you get some meat with the potatoes. A lot of times you don't get this with picture discs. I love when picture discs are coming just in a normal standard jacket with all the extras, the printed inner sheet. I have several that are like that as well, like the Gorgoroth ones I showed off last month or 2 months ago. And then inside is the die cut. There is the lyrics back there. I cannot force the blood. I'm not gonna sing it. I'm not gonna sing it. But yeah, that just is fucking awesome. It looks so good. Um, and that was essentially what sold me. That it was unique that they did it that way. Um, that Immolation logo. At first, I kind of was like, that kind of looks cheesy. But you know what? I think it looks good. It looks cool. New York death metal band. Obviously, you guys know about Immolation. This is their second full length here and after, from '96, and then here is the picture itself of the actual album artwork. If you were not familiar with that, and then back is the band and stuff. So yeah, and they sound good. They do. I know some people are gonna come in the comments. So here we go. We'll stop you right here. Why would you buy a picture of this? They sound like shit. I'm gonna poop my pants. I'm so mad and angry about how you spent your money and it doesn't impact me in any fucking way. Shut up! I know all of the shit about picture discs and what people feel about them, but the problem is that there's no problem here. Actually, no, that was a wrong statement. The thing is, they sound fine. There's nothing wrong with them, and it's fucking death metal. If you want like super clarity, awesome, amazing sounding records, death metal is literally not the one thing that I would think about buying. Yes, sometimes they can sound a little bit muddy, and I've heard that in the past, but none of mine sound like that. The clarity of them are better now. The way that they're pressing these are better than what they were back in the day. Move on with your lives, okay? Anyway, so here is Here and After. Now, I did find something out about this on the hype sticker. There's a limited to 500, by the way. It says American Death Metal Gods Classic 4th album. So there's a misprint on the hype sticker. From 2000, available on picture disc. So this was supposed to be for Close to a World Below. And you're probably like, oh, maybe that is a Close to the World Below hype sticker. And you put it in the wrong sleeve. No, because at the bottom of the hype sticker it says Here and After. So it's a misprint. It's a misprint hype sticker. So I don't know. Collecting nerds might find that to be amazing. Whatever. I mean, will they fix it? I don't know. Am I gonna say something? No, I'm not. I don't care. But yeah, this is pretty cool. Not my favorite here. Not my favorite Here and After. Not my favorite Immolation album, but definitely one of the best ones. And I'll show you my favorite. It's coming. And so here is Failure to Gods. Sorry, I just had a brain fart there. I do have Dawn of Possession. Dawn of Possession was put out on another label. I think it was like RC Records or something like that. These are Metal Blade. These are licensed by Metal Blade. That's why Dawn of Possession was not pressed. Blah, 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 blah. But Dawn of Possession does have a picture disc that Listen to Music put out. It's available everywhere. I have it. I should have pulled it so I could show you. I actually got that by accident last year when I was buying some Immolation reissues. I picked up the picture disc. No, I did not pick up. I bought the Listenable Back Records reissue from like the way beginning of the year. So we're going on way over a year now. And they sent me the picture disc. And I emailed them and was like, hey, you sent me the picture disc. That's not what I ordered. I ordered just the like red or gold copy or whatever it was. I go, but it's fine. I'll keep the pictures. It's no big deal. I just want to tell you so that way your inventory is correct and you don't oversell stuff or whatever else. And they wrote me back and they're like, no. We're going to send you what you actually ordered and keep the picture disc because shipping it back would have been a pain in the ass, which it would have been because I'm in the U.S. They're over there out yonder. And so that's how I ended up getting the picture disc. But now it's just hanging on my wall back there. So anyway, here's Failure for Gods. This one immediately is probably like my second favorite Immolation album. This is the one that I really got into them with. And then obviously it came out in 1999. I was sophomore in high school. So this was like one of the first ones that I ever heard. So, all right, we'll do the reveal here. We'll take it out. I like that this is a white logo too. It goes nice. All right, so then behind it is the printed inner sheet, and then behind it is more pictures. Now, do you remember when I showed off the Corpse Crystal tape box sets of these? This image was used on the actual box set itself. So, yeah, which I thought was awesome. Paul, if you're watching, you should reissue those, because a lot of people still ask me if they're still available or if I have any to sell, and I'm like, no, you're not having mine. You should definitely reissue them again, though. Those were cool. So, yeah, that's the back. That's the die cut. And then here's the back of the jacket. And then in here, printed inner sheet. Lyrics. I still am getting over a cold, so, like, my throat and shit are still fucked up. Yeah. So this one is by far... Oh, God, it's so fucking good. I love this album so much. Even the production is like kind of wonky on this. Like the mix is a little bit off. Like the bass and the drums are just so fucking loud sometimes. And then like just in general, the mix is pretty bad on this. Now that I hear about it, I mean it's not the greatest either on Here and After. Enjoy that. But here is the picture. Yeah, you know, let me take it out of this paper sleeve. I don't know if it's gonna make it any better because the lighting in this room is absolutely atrocious. But yeah, baby, that looks good. And then here was like the box set for the Corpse Crystal. I really should have just taken that out. It's in a box right now. I never unpacked it when I moved into this place over a year ago. So I should have took it out to show you how the box set looked. But I did make a video on them, so you can go back and look for it. And yeah, oh God, these look so good, man. I'm just admiring them, and I'm like, yeah, these are going on my wall. because I want to look at them every day. Somebody will be like, "Why would you buy them to put it on your wall? Why don't you buy them, to listen to them?" And literally, I'm gonna say it one more time. I bought this for like an art piece, basically. That is what they are for me. You can buy them to listen to. Go ahead, but I already own these on several other variants or several other formats. So I don't, these were just a collecting thing for me, an art piece. I thought they were cool. A nice little addition to the Immolation collection. I am not a super collector by any means when it comes to a band. Several of these YouTubers out here that I'm friends with, the VCLT, they buy like every single color variant, every single variant of everything. That's not how I am. Very few bands will I buy more than one copy of their album, and this is one of them. So this one and several others. So now the hype sticker on here, it says this one is not a misprint. It says "Failure for Gods, American Death Metal Gods Classic Third Album from 1999." So yeah, Here and After was a misprint, and then of course these are limited to 500. I actually think that that's kind of funny that hype sticker is misprinted. Because that actually, little things like that turn into collector's items. It's weird, I know, but you know that. Like, if it's misprinted on the jacket and stuff like that, people go ham for that shit, and they try to seek those versions out. Okay, and then finally, my favorite one. Actually, I just spun this morning before I decided to record. Close to a World Below. This is my favorite Immolation album. It always has been. This came out when I was in high school, and I just remember it blew my fucking mind. I was so into Cannibal Corpse, and like Obituary, and then I heard this album, and I was like, this is just cream of the crop, top tier death metal that just blew my absolute mind. This is probably my second all-time favorite death metal album. I'm gonna do that video. Don't worry, I will get to it. Everybody wants me to do like a top 10 my all-time favorite death metal albums. I'm working on it. I just keep forgetting to do it. So, all right. So that's the printed inner sheet in there. Take it out, and this one's awesome. Just a fire, and just look at that fucking fire. Look at that. It looks so good. Ugh. Just could want to smother. It looks so good. Here we go. And then the back. Didn't you say this is what's coming? Love it. Love it. Oh, this looks so good. Good job. Good job, Hells. When Justin showed these off on his channel, that was when I was like, yeah, all right, I'm going to buy them because those look awesome. This motherfucker showing this shit off. And all right, so yeah, and this one, god damn. Just like, the pictures look so good. They're not blurry. They're not distorted. Like, they came out really good. The tits look good. The tits look good. Look at that. Nice high clarity vinyl tits for you guys on this lovely Wednesday morning with Jesus on the cross burning. Homeboys getting burnt with all the ladies. And then on the other side, this one is a little bit distorted and pixelated. My guess is because of the image that they tried to use, but it's not a big deal. Whatever. You can't really tell on camera. You have to like look at it closely. But the fire and the hole through the dove or whatever the fuck that is. Yeah. So it looks awesome. Yeah, man, they did a good job on these. And like I said, they do sound good. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. They do sound good. So those are the picture discs. These are still available. I checked before I started recording. They have not sold out yet. They're limited to 500. If you're an Immolation collector, if you love the band like I do, these are a really cool collector's item. And yeah, so this is no misprint on this hype sticker either. This one says, this is for Close to a World Below. So limited to 500. So yeah, just Here and After was the misprint. So something I was wondering, I'm going to do a call to arms here, or just a call, whatever you want to call it. Not a call to arms. That's not what I meant to say. I'm thinking of heavy metallurgy right now. So I was reading a couple of nights ago after I ordered these, and then I started listening to them and doing the deep dive in Immolation, which I tend to do that. I binge. They were formed back in like 86 as Rigor Mortis, not the thrash metal band Rigor Mortis. And I was looking because I literally have never heard any of the Rigor Mortis output from before they became Immolation. They were death metal back then, but they ended up changing the name to Immolation. I'm assuming it's probably because of the thrash metal band. I don't really know the whole story about that. I could have read about that before I started recording this. But there are 3 demos that they put out: Peace Through Tyranny, Decompose, and Warriors of Doom. Has anybody ever seen those out in the wild? Like, does anybody own them? Like, some of my old school metalheads, do you guys have those? Because, man, would that be some fucking amazing collector's items. And they don't have to be, like, originals. They can just be bootleg, tape traded, which is what I have for the demos. Like, these aren't legit from Immolation Band. These were just, you know, duplicated and made that I got back when I was, I don't know, I've had them for a really long time, like 15 years or so now. But they're just dubbed tapes. They're not, they're not like officially from the band. But I was wondering if they were out in the wild, because those are some demos that, man, I would, those would be like some grails to add to this to my collection. And I was looking to see if this was anywhere, like the music was anywhere, and I can't find it anywhere at all. Oh, there is one YouTube video that weird, when I searched it, did not come up before. There's one, No Gleaming Light. Oh, hey, I subscribed to you. Nice. So they do have it on YouTube at least. Okay, well, I can listen to it that way. But if anybody has, like, knows of somebody who is dubbing them or duplicating them and bootlegging them, please let me know, because I will spend money on that. I will do it. I don't care. I know it's not gonna. People have issues about the bootlegs and whatever else, or the counterfeits, but I don't. For this instance, I don't care. Like, no record label is pressing them, right? Like, they haven't been put in like a compilation or anything like that, have they? Um, I should look. But anyway, I do have their demos that I listened to yesterday. And my God, these are some of my all-time favorite demos. Yes, we've got the 88 demo here. And this is, oh God, they just sound so goddamn evil and sinister. The vocals are just so brutal and just, like, these sound really good for a demo too, like back then. Like, Ross's vocals are just so fucking awesome on this. This was a friend made these way back when we were, obsessed with Immolation. So these aren't like anything official. I've just always had them in my collection. I've never gotten rid of them. And yeah, they sound good. I mean, they're a straight up dub and they sound completely fine. But if you look on like Discogs and stuff, the J card looks exactly like this. And it's literally just a clear of tape. Like, there's literally nothing on it. It's not marked or anything. So, yeah, see, it's not marked or anything. So yeah, I was listening to this. Man, some of the best music. I need to do my favorite death metal demos video, which I'm gonna do, because I have several of them in my collection. There's like 1 or 2 that I've never gotten in my collection that have recently been reissued on comp CDs, which I picked up through NWN. So when they come in from my NWN, I'll do it. And then here is the Immolation 1989 demo. Rehearsal. There's a rehearsal demo too. Is that? He didn't put that on here now. This one, I think, is the more common one that people know because of the album cover, or the cover of the J card. I love this one though, man. I think I'm a little bit partial to that one. So, and then this is like their thank yous and stuff like that. Like, this is just plain paper. Like, there's nothing. Like, again, these were done by friend of mine who lives out in Arizona now. Shout out to him. When we were making mixtapes and shit on our little thing back there. Actually, my little tape deck, actually, that's not the original one that I had, but yeah. So yeah, I pulled these out. Immolation, fucking love them, man. These albums are awesome. These reissues that Hellside Fingers put out are they're super nice. I wanted to promote them because if you're an Immolation fan and you want to get more into your collection, pick these up. They're definitely worth it. They are just really nice quality and they sound really good and they look really good. God damn, look at that fire. So yeah, that's all I have today. I don't have the whole entire Immolation discography. I think I'm missing like 2 or 3 albums. I don't have Atonement and I don't have Act of God. I have Act of God on CD, but I don't have it on vinyl. And then Harnessing Ruin is the other one don't have. Everything else I have. So I'll do Immolation discography video someday when I finally complete it. So yeah, that's all I have today. Let me know if you guys purchase these. Link in the description where you can buy them. And like I said, if anybody has seen those Rigor Mortis demos out in the wild or dubbed or like bootlegged somewhere, let me know. Because they're definitely, I've looked several times on, what's this, blah, 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 Discogs. And like they've got 3 copies and they go for $200. It was a 7-inch that Seraphic Decay put out. And I'm not spending $200 on a 7-inch. So, but I would love to see if somebody duplicated the tapes or something like that. Like $200 for 7-inch. Man, I wish if I just had the disposable income to do shit like that, I would buy it. Like no cap, as the kids say. I would do it. There is, so there is a cassette. It is $330. So that's even more. That's new. That's a new listing. It literally says new listing next to it. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. No, I'm not doing that. So if anybody knows of some like Russian bootlegging place, let me know. I'll buy them. That's all I have. I hope you guys are having a great day. I'll see you in the next one.